Hey folks, Ray from Rainmaker.com here. Today we've got the Skydio R1 drone. Now you remember earlier this year I did the review of that, and that's the drone that has 13 cameras on it. It costs a crap ton, but it's all about sports and following you in sports. And with those 13 cameras, it can go ahead and track you the entire time while basically shooting a 4K video. Here though, today what they've announced is new capability to use the Apple Watch to control it. And it's pretty cool because it allows you to choose your target, it allows you to choose different moves. So as we're fat biking, mountain biking right now, we can go ahead and just simply choose different moves and not have to pull the phone and do all the control. So got the drone up there right now. You can see it just chilling out right there. And what I've done on the Apple Watch app is selected one of us. And it's kind of neat because you can see different people on there, sort of like choosing friends in Facebook. So I recognize this will be a little bit hard to see because of the fact that it's just an Apple Watch. So if we go here, choose the Skydio app. You'll see right there we have different subjects. I'll see if I can find a better view for you. You can see the different subjects right there. So there's Janelle to my left. If she waves, you can go ahead and see her hand kind of moving in the frame. And then if I go to the right, you'll see me right there in the red coat. So pretty darn cool. So now I just go ahead and choose a subject. So I can choose Janelle there, select it. And now I can choose the mode. So I can set to follow, orbit, rocket, droney, side, car follow, she's not a car tripod, also not a car, and tripod. And if I go to more, you see all the different modes as well there. So for example, some of the different ones around quarter follow, etc. For example, I go ahead and choose Joni, that'll immediately take off in 3, 2, 1, and then we can see the drone right there just sliding out, doing its automated droney maneuver, and then it'll just come back in a second. And this entire time it's tracking, in this case, Janelle, and if I change it to me, it tracks me. What's neat about this is that there's no need to like hold the remote control or anything, because I can just go ahead and use my phone to do everything. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and just simply start riding here, and we're gonna see how well this works in real life. Now this is definitely a wooded trail, and my experience in Australia with wooded trails that it was so-so, but now they're like 6-8 months down the road in terms of functionality, and so we'll see how well things have improved since then. Whenever you're ready, go for it. I'll kind of fall behind a little bit. Go, come on. Come to the right, there you go, you can make it. And part of the challenge here is that it wants to maintain a clearance of about 1 meter on either side, but I'm there. Okay, so you saw in the woods back there, that didn't really work too well, just too dense of trees, but we're out in the clearing here, definitely a bit more of meadow. Should work pretty well. Historically, this has worked like well in this sort of area, so I'll go ahead and just simply take it off. I got on the bike there, which is a little bit sketchy, but should work. There we go. Now put the phone away at this point, we don't need it for the rest of the journey. And I'll go ahead onto the watch itself, and there we go. Select subject. And it's as simple as that. So we'll go ahead and get going here. We'll go down the meadow and just we'll change the views a few times as we're rolling, but otherwise it should work pretty easily. Have a good one, guys. Yeah. Enjoy. Watches, I'll go ahead and use the Apple Watch to change the view to the orbit, and I'll start swinging around here in just a second and kind of keep on rotating in a complete circle continuously. setting. So I just switch it over so it's rotating around here. So now it's a bit tricky, of course, because you're moving forward, so it's always trying to adjust for that. But you can see it's definitely looping around in front of her. There we go. And if we just pause right up here for a second, we'll switch modes again. So you can see in the straight orbit right now, it's basically just orbiting around us kind of never-endingly. But now's a good time to do something like a droney. And it's nice because again, I can just do this for my wrist. Even with gloves on, Apple Watch, no problem at all, which is great. So right about now will be a good droney spot. There we go, get the mountains behind us. And it simply goes up and comes back down again when it's done. And then before we do head off again, we'll do one more mode. So we went right back into orbit automatically, but I'll go ahead and do the rocket so it just goes straight up above us now. There we go, and up. And then as it's coming back down, I'll go and I'll put it into lead mode, which is usually pretty tricky, but I think because we're fat biking, we're going slow enough that it should work just fine. So I go down to the menu here, I choose mode, and we're gonna find lead in there. There we go, lead. And now it's in lead mode. So now we can go ahead and take off, probably a little bit slowly at first, just because things tends to want to catch up for a second usually. There you go, it's already recognized which direction she's going, and off we roll. There we go. Now at this point, we've successfully not lost us, which is pretty cool. So you can see it's just still kind of following us no matter what we're doing. We could go in the trails here, but honestly, this is the exact same trails we had beforehand. And we kind of know how that's going to end, so no real point in doing that. Still, this is super cool. The whole point of this video is to show how it works with the Apple Watch, and the fact that I didn't take my phone out, I could do it with gloves on, with stuff that I couldn't do before. So it's good stuff. Now, whether or not you'll spend $2 grand on this drone compared to a DJI drone that costs a quarter as much, kind of like before, it's a tough call. If you want to sports track, this is without question the best drone to do sports tracking. But if you want to do other things, like just more general cinematography, I'm not sure I would pick this drone. Still, it's awesome to see where the technology is going. If you haven't seen my previous videos on this drone, definitely do that up there in the corner. Some really cool stuff, just in terms of like how difficult it is to lose this drone if trees aren't involved. With that, thanks for watching. Mark that like button at the bottom there, as well as the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Have a good one. And droney time.